Good morning and welcome to episode 3 of 6 Feet Apart. Today we have a very special guest. Hi, Stephanie from Bonum Handcraft. What brings you here today?
Well, I am showing you all of the wonderful pieces that we normally have on sale, and so we brought it out today. I wanted to let everybody know that everything was sanitized before we even set out,
Yes.
and all of the jewelry has been locked up since February 4th. So I'm the only person who has touched it. I've been in quarantine too. It hasn't been out, and once it's put away too, we're going to sanitize it as well. So it's going to be completely safe for everybody if you want to purchase. It will be handled with care.
And you can also see the Brick and Barn hand sanitizer right there, which we are all fans of. So
Yes.
does not dry out your hands, which is
No,
awesome.
it is. Lavender's my favorite.
Yeah. So what do you have here today? Where should we start?
We've got some new pieces. I went ahead. The steer pieces have been very, very popular, so I made another steer piece with that big chunky stone there. I've got 3 more. If anybody is interested, we can do a custom piece. We've got 3 more steers. 2 with black horns and 1 with white, all a little bit different. So if there's something that you see, let us know and we can make a piece custom for you.
Those are big sellers. People love those, and you can change out the chain or the stone and just, dress it up, dress it down. I love Stephanie's pieces. I'm like a tennis shoes, jeans, tank top type of girl, and her pieces, you wear one of those and it's just like bam.
This is your favorite right here. These are the bars, the opal bars. So they're Peruvian opal. We've got blue opal and pink opal. And the bars are a big seller too. It's a good basic piece to have. If you like that like industrial kind of look, this is it.
That's my style.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to start and tell us a little
Sure.
bit about the thought process behind your jewelry, some of the stones, the work that goes into it, a lot of detail that people don't even know about?
I'm all about like the organic, boho, funky vibe. I like pieces that just flow together. I like the mishmash. They call it a neckmas. Like instead of a necklace, like you pile on some stuff. You like, it's all about the energy that goes into it. Every piece when I'm making, I'm concentrating and putting a good intention into it. There's always something in there. There's some good thought, feeling, and especially when I'm making, I want to have good vibes, good energy, good music, very peaceful energy around me, because I think that kind of comes out in your product.
It totally does. And just so you guys know, when there's like full steam chaos going on at Brick and Barn, Stephanie is like our calming grace over here. So the moment she steps on the property, it's like, I'm in a spa. So so that is really felt in her pieces as well.
Yeah,
so,
and then fun too. You know what? Like these pieces right here, the little dogs. I find a lot of vintage findings, and so these are little brass pieces that I found. They're dogs catching a ball. And so I was like, if that didn't fit at Brick and Barn, I don't know what does.
Right.
So those are some vintage findings that I incorporated into my work. I also do some of the silver pieces by hand. So some of these pieces that you see here are the fine silver, 99.9% silver. I use a product called art clay, and it's basically clay. It's like a putty. You can do a lot of amazing things with it. I make molds. I also sculpt by hand, and then you can also do stamping on it if you like, whatever. But I like to sculpt and then make molds, and also do some hand sculpting of the clay itself. So we have all these pieces here. They're fine silver with the patina that I add on at the end. Some are plain silver, and I leave it for a shine, but I think the sculpted pieces, they need that little oomph.
I love the patina.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great. And tell me about some of the different stones you work with and the beads and where you get them and kind of the sourcing.
I don't buy anything. I'll say anything. I don't buy much online. I usually have to buy it in person. I have a few suppliers that I go to. I go to different trade shows. I use a lot of natural stones. I use the thing that I tell everybody too, if my stuff is marked turquoise, it's turquoise.
Yep.
If it's genuine turquoise. People use things like howlite and magnesite. if I use that, I mark it. You know what you're buying when you get it. And there's, you know what, and it's not bad. It's not bad to have a turquoise stone that it's not turquoise. It just has a different energy to it. And also there's some cost benefit to that as well too. So I try to make pieces from all ends of the spectrum. You have pieces that are, you know, anywhere from 25 and on up. So everybody, you can mix and match these and you wouldn't know.
Right.
As far as price. And the thing is there's a value to it, but you know what you're getting when you buy from me. I try to mark everything.
And this is one comment we always get. So when we open Brick and Barn, you're going to always see a nice crowd around Stephanie's table right here. And normally she has jewelry like coming all the way out here. She's got so many amazing pieces. This is just a little small sample of what she has.
Yes.
She does custom as well. She can kind of mix and match, which is always fun. And then just one thing that you know is like it's quality. And if it's something where you're like, I like a different clasp, she'll do it. She will do it for you.
Well, these two, like we've done all of these hammered hoops. I was going to say the hammered hoops. They're either sterling silver or gold fill. It's a really high quality sterling silver. It's got something called argentium in it, and that helps with the shine. So it keeps the shine a little bit longer. So we've got a bunch of these hoops in different sizes, and I can make custom sizes. There's one that's even bigger. I call it the soup can because I usually use a soup can to make them. So we can do those. We've got.
Can you tell us your price points on your earrings?
They're anywhere from $25 to $26. I mean, that's really good. Go out to Sundance and look up sterling silver hammered hoops or gold-filled hammered hoops, and you're going to see the bargain you're getting here. I'm serious.
Yeah.
It's crazy what the difference
And
is.
that's when.
And it's the same stuff.
That's one comment we always get is that her prices are so reasonable. I mean, you guys, if you look at the detail and the time that goes into this and just even the gems, I mean, this is it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I kid you not, there's not one time I wear my pieces from her that I don't get a compliment. People are like, where's that from? I'm like, Brick and Barn, Brick and Barn. So we're just so glad she's here. Tell us a little bit more.
Well, there's some more. These are two new pieces our friends haven't seen yet because I worked on these just a couple days ago. So these are some turquoise bracelets. I've only got 2 of those. And these are fun. Okay, so I made these. These are my evil eye charms. They're for purses or whatever, your backpack. And it's got the little evil eye charm on there. And then there's some other little good stones for good energy and some tassels. They were fun little things that I made.
Love it.
We're also going to do some painted cuffs, leather cuffs. So I hand paint these, and I did a bunch of these a few years ago and just hadn't done them for a while. And so I'm going to start bringing these back. I've even got some funky ones like feathers and things, but I kind of like the mandala designs.
Yes, that is right up my alley. That's my style.
And then we also have, this is a new piece, it's the cross, but I've got some more crosses in different sizes. So if anybody, I've got about 4 of these now. If you want a custom cross necklace, I can make one too. So,
And you guys, as you're looking at this collection, keep in mind Mother's Day. Don't forget Mom. I mean,
these are
this is a one-stop shop right here.
So these little nest necklaces are perfect.
Those are new too, right?
Yeah, they've had these for a little while, but yeah, the nests, we can do those in a different, it's a Larimar stone, and we can do it up to 5, I'd want to say eggs, Larimar eggs, or 2, down to 2 or 1 if you want. So
Great. Yeah. Great. And what do we have here? Is this kind of a remix of what we saw over on the right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got some Tibet brass. We've got some more. These are the Mary medallions that I made a while back. It's got 3 roses, Virgin Mary on it, and then a mandala background. So these are like exclusive Bonum Handcraft designs. I sculpt these. I make these. Nobody else has that. So
one of a kind.
Yeah. And so then we've got our lotus blossoms and our sakura blossoms for spring. So sakura is just a cherry blossom.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And one thing I would love if you could talk about is your aromatherapy bracelets and the benefits of those a little bit.
So we all know aromatherapy, wonderful. The aromatherapy bracelets are a great way for our friends to be able to take what they want on the go. So if you put it on, you rub in, you take a little dab of whatever essential oil you want and a carrier oil, you rub it into the lava stone, and when you put on the bracelet, the heat from your body activates